Hi, I'm Bart, and this is the first jam I made this year from cherries. Is it the jam or is it the compote? I don't know. I'm gonna try it in autumn. What I do know is I used more than a kilo of cherries, and this is what was left. And that got me thinking about Foodlab. I traveled around the world, I met a lot of cultures, and I tasted a lot of good, honest, local food. In fact, I got obsessed by food. I bought a lot of books, but you know what it is? Whenever you want to try a recipe, there's always something missing. So you end up experimenting. In the beginning, it was all about wines, and this used to be my wine Bible. The Gambero Rosso, slow food in Piedmont. And now, 6 years ago, I landed in Piedmont and I gave up my job, 22 years in IT, and I started to work with my hands. 5 years of renovating, and 5 years of turning a hill into a food forest, or that's what it's going to be. Now, after wine, now about 15 years ago, a friend of mine told me about this guy, Sepp Holzer, and that got me interested in permaculture and made me buy this place to try to turn a hill into a food forest. 5 years forward, and I'm starting to get a lot of produce from the land. So I'm trying all kind of things. This is supposed to be a liquor. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I did record the ingredients and I have 4 different bottles, so I can actually taste the difference between all the preparation methods. So a few weeks ago, I tried to make a lot of things with courgette, with pepperoni, tried chutneys, another jam from plums, and the recipes that I had, they said something like 30 minutes cooking. I ended up cooking for 3 hours, and that got me thinking. You know, it's not the, it's not only the ingredient that is important. The variety is very important too. And what kind of sugar do you use? What kind of sugar is there available here? So after that, I tried another batch, and that's the idea of my food lab. You just try a lot of recipes and then you test them. You make some notes, and in the end of the day, you end up with a couple of recipes that work well for me. Now, I am just a beginner. I'm starting to learn, and I'm sure there are hundreds of thousands of people out there who have a lot more knowledge and great recipes. I think it's important to know from which place, because I'm sure that your fig variety in the north is different than the one that we use here in Italy. And even in Italy, there is so many varieties and differences between north and south. Another problem that I run into every time, I have a lot of documents all lying around with recipes, and I don't really like that. So a couple of weeks ago, I figured, you know what? Let's try to build an app. So I created a small application. It's very easy to join, and the idea is to learn from each other. Like I said, I'm just a beginner, and I'm sure there are so many recipes out there. If you'd like to join and share them with others, we can learn from each other and we can even get to know each other. Joining is easy. You only need your email address, then have the magic link sent to you, and you can sign in directly. Once you're logged in, the fun starts. I added a help section with some explanation about types and methods. I'm sure I missed some, and I'll love to hear from you. You can fill in your profile. Most important part here is to determine your climate zone. I added a little bit of a help section, and the country and region where you live is very helpful for other users. Of course, the most important part are your recipes, because this is your lab and you can add as many recipes as you want. I pre-filled a couple of things like types and methods and even a lot of ingredients, but I'm sure I'm missing some, and you can always contact me if you need something to be added. Once you have a recipe that is finished and you want to give it a try, you can even add a test date with some notes. And then the most important feature, once you have a recipe that you really like and you would like to share it with all of us, you can share it here, save it, and it will be available for everyone. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you around.